So, uh, first of all, I'm going to start with approach 1. Yeah, I'm going to start with approach 1. The one with a low win rate. It has a low win rate, but it has more opportunities. Yeah. So for it can give you like 80 risk to reward ratio by the end of the week. But then its win rate would be like 70, 75, 65. Yeah. So I'm going to start with, I'm going to give you examples from today's trade. I'm going to start with some of the trades good today. You can, by the way, you can apply these on any pair. Yeah, you can apply them on any pair that you want. So the first step is to find. Remember, I say the first step is to find the swing high and the swing low. First step is to find the swing high and swing low. Then the second step is to find the range on the lower time frame. And remember, we said that every time frame has its internal time frame. So when you get a swing high, let me first put the illustration here. This is how you're supposed to do it. When you get a swing high, yeah, according to the 3 candlestick pattern formation, when you get it like that, and then you also get a swing low like this, here you want to sell. So the swing high, this one, then you should pay even more attention. The swing high comes first. If you want to sell, of course, the swing high comes first, and then the swing low comes last. Then, if you want to buy, the swing high will come first. If you want to buy, it will be like this, and then like this. Yeah. So this is what we'd have on our higher time frame. Like, you're the one that chooses the higher time frame. You can choose the 5 minute. When you choose the 5 minute as your higher time frame, its internal time frame will be the 1 minute. If you choose 15, the internal time frame of 15 will be 5. The internal time frame for H1 will be 15. And then the internal time frame for H4 will be H1. Then internal time frame for the daily will be H4. So it depends on what you choose as your higher time frame. So when you want to sell, you need to just see this swing high and the swing low, and the swing high if you want to buy. Yeah, but again, this exists, and what makes it valid for us to expect to sell from like this area is that this area should have a higher time frame point of interest. It should have a higher time frame point of interest, and then also internally it should have a bearish QM, a bullish QM, and internal range liquidity, like you saw in the book. Then even this one, internally, it should have a bullish QM, internal range liquidity, and a bearish QM. Then you what? Because we know very well that on the higher time frame, a swing high is a bearish QM on the lower time frame, and on the higher time frame, a swing low is a bullish QM on the lower time frame. So if all those rules are met, you go back to the higher time frame and choose your higher time frame point of interest. When you see the higher time frame point of interest, then you go back to the lower time frame and refine it. Make sure you find a refinable point of interest that makes sense on the lower time frame. If you don't find it, you just ignore that swing point. So the other thing to consider is the order flow. You saw in the book that order flow is a series of mitigation. So sometimes these swing highs or these swings, if they have not transferred money, or if there is no mitigation of that exact swing high or that exact swing low where you want to sell from, it could have a high chance of being an inducement too. Yeah. So the other thing is that swing low or that swing high must have taken liquidity. Like that thing I sent in the free group, it must have taken certain liquidity before it creates its own liquidity that has to be taken. So I'm going to start with AUD/USD. Here we have AUD/USD. You can see on the higher time frame we have a swing low. You see the 3 candlestick pattern formation, 1, 2, 3. That is just swing low. And another thing is when a swing low and a swing high form, now like you see here, this swing low and this swing high formed, but then when also this one formed, I think this one gave us the right rules here. But then there could have been a problem of maybe the liquidity was taken before tapping into the POI or whatever. So when a new swing low, let's say we've been concentrating on this swing low. When a new swing low forms, when this one is still here, you shift your attention from this swing low and you put it to this one. Yeah? You shift your attention from that swing low, this one here, and then you shift it to the next. Yeah? So here we had a swing low and a swing high. So what's the internal time frame? It's the M5. And then on M5, what do we see? What do we see on M5? On M5, we have a bearish QM here, and then a bullish QM. You see, a bearish QM, we know its rules, right? It must sweep a high and then also sweep a low. That is when it becomes a bearish QM. Then a bullish QM, it first stop hands down, it sweeps this low, see, and then also it sweeps this high. So the lows and the highs are determined by the 3 candlestick pattern formation and all that. You don't need to see a Simanya break of structure. You get? It's just as simple as that. Just use the 3 candlestick pattern formation is what you use. So here we had a bullish QM. So we had a bullish QM here, and then also a bearish QM here, and then we also had the internal range liquidity. This one is the inducement. Yeah, it's an inducement because people will come to this area, especially smart money traders. They I don't know why their theory tells them to buy from here, but I think it works for them like 30% of the time. I don't know. So after having all of these rules met, I went back to my higher time frame to see the point of interest, and the only point of interest that was here was an unmitigated wick. You see? And remember, we say an unmitigated wick should be the middle candle of the 3 candlestick pattern formation in the higher time frame. So you can see it very well. It's not mitigated. You see why I tell you that you should choose the what? The unmitigated wick in the middle. Is that not that every unmitigated wick has a meaning? Now like this one, someone else would have taken this one. Anti yeba amugamba that you take the closest POI to the liquidity, but this is not an unmitigated wick. You can't consider it unmitigated, because the logic behind an unmitigated wick is that if you have a footprint chart, like a chart where you can see the number of buyers and sellers in the candlestick, you will see that in this candlestick, at this point of the week, there are trapped sellers. There were people that were trying to push price down and they ended up being trapped. Now, price comes back to this level of this unmitigated week to induce more sellers or for these sellers to hold on to continue pushing price down, yet price is going to go up. That is the logic behind the unmitigated week. Yeah, that is why it should be this middle candle. You cannot take this one. It doesn't make sense logically. So after you get this, your higher time frame point of interest, you go back to the lower time frame to see whether you can refine. Now, already it's now the one on the lower time frame is even bigger. So you just wait and take it from here. You put your stop loss slightly below this, yeah, because most of the time price might come here and still do something. So you put it a little bit far away from this low that you're entering from. Then your maximum target should be 1 to 5. Never exceed that. And for me, I just recommend you to just stop at 1 to 4. Yeah, you can stop at 1 to 4. It's enough, because if you can get 10 other trades at 1 to 4, that's already 40R. You get? Yeah. So let's go to the next. Now this one, I'm just going to go through the trades that would have actually happened. I'm not going to go structure by structure and all that nonsense, no? I'm going to go to the trades that would have actually happened, like the trades I actually saw, maybe the swing highs and swing lows that I actually saw. So this one, wait, we decided that our higher time frame is going to be what? The M5. You see? Now on the M5 here, I saw this swing low, right? And then a swing high here. Now we go back to the lower time frame and see what was there. Now, do you know why I didn't take this trade? It's because, look, when you look at this, is it a QM? It is not. Why? Because a QM, the rules of a QM, at the QM, the bearish QM should first sweep this high, like it first stop hunts this high, and then it stop hunts a low. Now this other high was not taken out, meaning this is created the what? The bearish QM. You get? So if this is what created the bearish QM, then where is the bullish QM? It's here. Yeah, this low was taken, and then also this high was taken. But then, what makes a range valid? Internal range liquidity. Where is the internal range liquidity here? It's not there. So if one rule or one confluence is missing, you don't take a trade. And you can see how price just did this, because price is attracted to liquidity. Now, if the liquidity is not there, what is price going to do here? Like, who are they going to trap? Who are they trapping? No one. So when you see that there is no internal range liquidity, you wait and move on to the next. Just be disciplined. Yeah. So here, AUD card gave me 2 wins and 1 loss. Yeah. 2 wins and 1 loss. So here, let's start with this one. You can see very well that this is a swing low, you see, and then a swing high here. That's the first step. See your swing high and swing low, or see your swing low and swing high. Then go to the internal time frame and look for a valid range. Yeah, because so this is the internal time frame for M5. we had a bullish QM. You see, this low was taken out. Look at that 3 candlestick pattern formation. This high was taken out. And then we had this internal range liquidity. You can see this curve low here. You see, look at it clearly. That 3 candlestick pattern formation, this is a low within a bullish QM and a bearish QM. It's in between, meaning we have liquidity here that price is going to be attracted to. So price, like, it's very simple. So after getting your valid range, you go back to the higher time frame and see. You'll be like, what is the closest POI to liquidity, just in case there are 2 POI. Now you can see why I tell you to choose the POI that's closest to liquidity, because if you choose a POI that's far away from the liquidity, price is going to just step into the POI that is closest and leave you. Yeah, so look at this. Here we had at this area we had, look, this is the swing low, this is the swing high. So the liquidity is around here. Now this is the closest POI to the liquidity, the unmitigated order block. And then there's also an unmitigated wick. You can see it here. Now when you sit and wait for the unmitigated wick, maybe because you want a tight stop loss and all that, you're not going to make money. Like, price is just going to leave you. So price tapped into the unmitigated, the unmitigated order block. Then you go to the lower time frame and you find. Now this one, now you can see here, still the same thing, swing high, swing low. Yeah, swing high, swing low. You go to the internal time frame. Very simple. Very simple. You go to the internal time frame and see what was there. Now this one would be a little bit tricky. You can see now this broker gave me a 3 candlestick pattern formation here, but then you would go to another broker. Like, that is why you should compare the candlesticks for like forex.com, FXCM, and Oanda. You should make sure that at least one broker is giving you the same candlestick, the same candlesticks. Where did I even see it? At least you make sure that at least 2 brokers are giving you the same candlesticks before you can take the trade. Now look at this one. Just take into consideration the 3 candlestick pattern formation. See, even this one gave us a 3 candlestick pattern formation. See this 3 candlestick pattern formation, and even this one here, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So this was our QM, the bearish QM. Be critical with the candlesticks. Yeah. Be critical with the candlesticks. That is where the logic is. So we had the bullish QM here. It's here. 1, 2, 3 taken out. 1, 2, 3 taken out. That is a bullish QM. And then we had the internal range liquidity here. Like, this was the last high before the main high. So this is the internal range liquidity. Let me go back to 1. So when you have all those things, you go back to the higher time frame and look for the POI that's closest to the liquidity. Now on this one, the only POI we had here was the unmitigated wick. Yeah. So we went back to the lower time frame, and within there's something else that I want to show you. We had this, and then on the lower time frame, you go to the lower time. When you go to the lower time frame, make sure you refine. But also, as you're refining, choose a point of interest that is closest to the liquidity. Yeah, You choose the point of interest that is closest to the liquidity in the lower time frame that you're refining from. So here we refine to this, yeah, and our liquidity is present, and then we got tagged in, and then yeah, that is a 1 to 4. Now this other one was my own mistake. Let me show you how. Because look, we had this, the swing high, swing low, and then going to the lower time frame. Look, someone else would get confused with this one also. Now here we had the what? Here we had the bearish QM. We also had the internal range liquidity here. You can see the 3 candlestick pattern formation. But then here we had this low. This low was taken out. Even this low was taken out. But then there was no high to take out. I hope you all can see. There was no high here that was taken out. Meaning that if this was to be the bullish QM, then there was no internal range liquidity. See? And then I got this loss. So you have to be careful. So let me give you one more example for this one, and then I go to the next one. I think I'll give you like 2 more examples. So this was AUDNZD. All of these trades that you did. So far, how many trades have I showed you? I think about 4. I don't know. But you can just make your target R like 10R. When you make your 10R, you go and sleep or you go and do other things. You're not supposed to die on the chart, and you be on the chart like as if they are going to pay you for being on the chart for a long time. So here we had this. You see, by the way, when you're on the chart for a long time, you're going to mess up. You start seeing things you're not supposed to see. So you're supposed to just say, like, maybe make this my target. Maybe I'll target 10R. 10R is too much. Most people it takes them like a week to even catch such. So when you catch that and then you make like 5% per day on your funded account, then that is very fair. So here we had a swing high and a swing low, and then we dropped down to the lower time frame. Yeah. And then on the lower time frame, take note of the 3 candlestick pattern formation. Yeah. Now here we had this. You can see these 3. Do you see these 3 candlesticks here? Do you see these 3 candlesticks here? This is a high. So it was taken out by this. Make sure that that high that is being taken out is very close to the high that has taken it out. Or that low that is being taken out is very close, like this. You're not going to just choose, like, you're not going to just say that this was a QM because it took out this one from this side. No, it should be very close like this. If it takes out this high, it also takes out this low immediately. That's how close it should be. Yeah, the QM. So you can also see that there is order flow, like there is mitigation. You get? There is no way you can be uncomfortable to take it. Now, we have the bearish QM. We have the internal range liquidity. This is the last high before the main high. So this is this. You can call it internal range liquidity, structure liquidity, whatever it is. And then we had this low taken out. Yeah, it was this. Was it this one? It was this one, and then this high was taken out. So the valid range was there. You go back to the higher time frame for the what? For the POI. And then when you reach the higher time frame for the POI, we have it here. The POI that is closest to the liquidity. You see, here we had 2. We had the unmitigated weak, and then also we had the unmitigated order block. So you go back to the lower time frame to refine. Yeah, you go back to the lower time frame to refine, and then here on refining we had this unmitigated order block here. It was the what? It was the point of interest. So you enter from there, you target either 1 to 3, 1 to 4. 1 to 5 is risky, but it's okay. When you reach 1 to 4, you set break even if you want to target 1 to 5. So you can reach it, but it could be rare. You see? Now you see you see why I tell you to target a specific risk to reward ratio is that price is not meant to move. Like I don't know, I can't say it's not meant to move like that, but most of the time I've recognized that price will not move from zone to zone, or it will not move from internal range liquidity to external range liquidity. So most of the time when people are targeting, they are targeting here, price will come and then do this and then go up. Because most of the time, now it could be taking out just liquidity so that it can go. Yeah? So that it can go and also maybe take out this liquidity, or it can come and also take out this liquidity. Now it's not going to come and take out this one when there is more liquidity this side. So that is why you can just target a specific risk to reward ratio, like 1 to 4, 1 to 3. Yeah. Because now take a look. If you're here, you're waiting for 1 to whatever, 1 to 6. It's going to come back, either hit your break even or stop loss, and it's going to hit your stop loss. Because for me, I don't encourage people to set break even. Break even is for women. Only women are allowed to set break even. But if you're a man, you're not allowed to set break even. So, Euro USD. Euro USD gave us this. Now this one is going to show you the importance of putting your stop loss slightly above. Yeah. Now here on Euro USD, we had this. We had a swing low. We had a swing high and a swing low. There is mitigation. It's order. Yeah, it's the same thing. So we drop down to the lower time frame to see, do we have a valid range on the lower time frame? Yes. What is it? The bearish QM, this high taken out, this low taken out, and then a bullish QM, this low, this high taken out, and then the internal range liquidity. Look at the candlesticks. Look. Where is the internal range liquidity? Is here. Look at these 3 candlestick pattern formation. This candlestick violated this candlestick's high. So this one becomes the swing high. You can see clearly. So this one becomes the swing high. And then you go back to the higher time frame to see what is the closest point of interest. And here the closest point of interest was this, the unmitigated order block. But then you go back to the lower time frame to refine. You go back to the lower time frame to refine. You see? And then after you get your refined point of interest, you can sell. Now you can see the advantage of putting your stop loss slightly above. And then this one was even helpful because there's no broker that can allow you to set a stop loss that is below 1 pip. Now, of course, you have to put this as 1 pip or 1.1, 1.2, whatever it is. And then you get yourself either 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 1 to 5. Yeah? So, those are the examples that I'll give you for the approach 1. So, I'm going to approach 2. And approach 2, I'll give you 3 examples, I think. So approach to, first of all, let's start with the illustration. You guys, you should first ask where you don't understand.